In this video, we are going to cover how to get a structured output using Ollama. This functionality is already available in OpenAI, and we have already seen in our earlier videos how to get a structured output using OpenAI. Now it is also available in Ollama. So now we can get the structured output from open source models as well. So here is Ollama release. So this is available in Ollama version 5.0. This particular functionality is enabled in version 5.0. So we have to make sure we are downloading the recent version of Ollama. We can download it from this particular page. We can just click on the download button, and based on your system, we can download it. And this is a full release about this structured output. So you can see Ollama now supports a structured output, making it possible to constrain a model output to a specific format defined by a JSON schema. And these are the scenario where it's going to be helpful, where you want to parse data from document, extracting data from images in the structured output, structuring all language model responses, more reliability and consistency than JSON mode. Let's see how to get started with this. We are going to use Ollama Python library. We also have to make sure to upgrade our Ollama Python library. So if I go to Ollama Python library page, then I can see the recent version is 4.4. So we just have to make sure like all these things are updated in our system before actually we can enable this functionality. So let's go to our Visual Studio and see how to enable it. I'm going to open my terminal, and first thing what I'm going to do is enable virtual environment, so that like you can see from the scratch what kind of packages we need to install in this case. So I'm just going to run this command, and I'm going to create virtual environment with my env name. Now this has been set up. I just have to activate it, and just to activate it, I'm going to run another command. And now you can see my virtual environment has been activated, because now I'm getting this particular my environment prefix over here. We can now just get started with the code. I'm just going to name it Ollama chat.py. And let's see first of all a very normal code without using a structured output. So first thing what we have to do is import chat from Ollama. I'm going to import it. As you can see, I don't have this Ollama package installed. So what I'm going to do is just install it, pip install Ollama, and this is going to download the Ollama Python library, and we have seen the recent is 4.4. And now if I want to see which particular version I have, I can just run this pip show Ollama command. It will give me like I do have the recent version of 4.4. Other thing what we have to do is just to make sure okay you have the recent version of Ollama. You can see I do have Ollama version 0.5.1. So my Ollama and my Ollama Python library both are with the recent tags. So I can just go ahead with the code now. I can just clear it out. So we have imported chat from Ollama. So next thing what we have to do is just to create our client and get a response. I'm just going to call it response. So we are going to call chat. Then first thing what you have to pass is our model. So we are going to pass our model. So before actually passing any model over here, we just have to make sure, okay, we do have some open source models available in our system, and we have pulled it using Ollama. How we can check that out? We can just check that out by passing just this command. Once you have Ollama installed on your system, you can see, okay, what kind of models you have on your system. So as you can see, like I do have all these models, and I can use any of the models from here and pass it in the web section. But if you don't have any model installed, you can just pull it out using this pull command, and then you can pass model's name. Model name is something that you can get it from Ollama library. So if you go to the models, you have all this models name here, like which you want to pass, and you can just get a name out of it. And these are the commands which should help you to pull and run. As of now, actually we are not going to pass anything to console, so we can just pull it out so that all these models are available on our local system. So I can just take any of the model from here. I can just pass it Llama 3.2 latest. So I can pass the model here, and the next thing what we have to pass is messages. So we first of all have to pass role, and that is going to be of user. And second thing is going to be content, what we want to pass. In this case, I'm just going to pass what is the rating of Game of Thrones. We are just going to print the response. So let me just pass it message and then last content. And now I can just go ahead and run this code. It may take a little bit of time because you are dealing with open source model, and we have got a response. You can see like we have got this response from our model, but this is just coming in the text format. Here we do have the rating and all those things. Now actually we are going to convert it into a structured format. So for that, first thing what we have to do is import Pydantic. So what we have to do is from Pydantic import base model, and then we have to define our class. So here I'm going just to call it movies, and we have to pass this base model, and under this I'm just going to pass what I need in the output. output in the structure format. So I'm just going to call it title, and then next thing I'm going to call it actors. Actors is going to be list of actors. Then I'm just going to pass year. This is going to be integer, and then I'm just going to pass ratings. Ratings is also going to be of integer. Now actually we have defined our structured output class. So this is going to be our structured output class, and we just have to pass it to our model. Now here we are just going to pass it format. So you can see there is a format option, and under this format now we have to pass our movies. Now along with movies, we also have to pass this model JSON schema. This is going to be JSON schema. Now actually we can go ahead and run this code and see like what difference we get in the output. So I have just rerun the code. Now we'll wait for the response to come. And now you can see the output has been totally changed to what we have got earlier. Now it is coming in the structured format. It's coming in the JSON format. We do have the list of actors, ratings, title, and year. So this is how actually you can get the structured output. One more thing what you can do, like if you are just going to print the content out of it, then it's just going to give you this structured output in the JSON format. If you want to validate this output against your schema, then there is another thing what you can do, which is going to be movies, and then it's going to be model validate JSON. So here we were passing the JSON schema, and here actually we are validating the output against the schema. So if you pass this, then it's going to give you the result against all the fields that you have defined earlier. Here you can see it's not in the proper JSON one, but now it's validating the schema. So this is how actually you have defined the title first. So you are getting this title, then actors, then year, and then rating. This is how you can validate also the output what you are getting against your JSON schema which you have defined. Another thing what is supporting is images also. To work on the images, we can quickly create a Python file which is going to handle images, and we are just going to copy paste all this and put it over here. What we have to do, like if we are dealing with the images, then we need a vision model. And if I again go to my list, what models I have it, then I do have this Llama 3.2 vision model. So instead of calling this, I'm just going to call Llama 3.2 vision model, and then we have to pass image also. So here I can just define the path of the image. This is going to be path of image, and I do have one image, so I will just import it here. Now this image is related to Deadpool versus Wolverine movie, and here we do have the title, we do have the some details here in this case, and then like when it's going to get released and all those things. And what we want, model can take this particular image and give us the output in this format only. So let's see how it works. First thing what we have to do is take the path from here. So I'm just going to copy the relative path and just put it here. After that, we just have to pass our image so that we can pass it inside our messages. Now I have to pass a path. This path I have to pass as a list, and I want a proper response in the JSON schema, so I can remove the validation part, and that's it. Let me just go ahead and run this code now and see what output we get. So it's saying that this particular model is not available. So let me just recheck it, what model I have. So it's this only. Let me just copy paste it and put it here. We miss one thing in this case which we have to correct it out. We are passing a content like this. We have to just update it, and what we have to see, analyze this image and describe what you see, and then actually we can pass image. Go ahead and try to run this code, and now you can see the output was pretty quick and we were able to get the response also. So in this case, if I go to image, it has identified the actors, also provided the rating which was not there, so it wasn't sure how to get it. Then we do have the title which it has taken from this image only, and then the year which it has taken somewhere from here. Yeah, this is how actually you can enable a structured output using open source model, and it's going to work on your text as well as on your images. That's all what we have in this video. Thank you.